Transfer portal is already buzzing for women's basketball. We got 6 teams left in the NCAA tournament. We got two more that will be decided tonight for the final four. And this is about to blow the hell up. But the Tennessee Volunteers women's basketball team has officially been gutted. Officially been gutted. They are down 4 players in the transfer portal. They had lost 2 already that we had talked about last week, and Alyssa Latham and um, Denia Prawl. Prawl was a 5-star player. They are now down 2 more, losing Lauren Hurst and Kanaya Boyd. Now, neither of these players played a lot last year, but Hurst was a 4-star recruit from this past year's class, a top 50 player in the country. You lost Prawl, who was a 5-star player. So a couple of freshmen that were obviously expected to be part of the growth and the building of the program. Again, this is a team that had 5 seniors, so they'll all be gone. And you lose Boyd, you lose Hurst, a freshman, Boyd's a sophomore, Latham, a junior, and Prawl, a freshman. Wondering if you're going to see some more people hit the portal before it's all said and done. It's a rough go right now in Knoxville, right? That's where they're at. They're in Knoxville. It is not a good look of what's going on there. They lost their last 8 games of the season to finish 16-14. Somehow they made the NCAA tournament. Do not know how. They do have the number 2 overall recruit in the 2026 class for freshmen. We'll see what happens. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. We talk facts for feelings. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Instagram, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. This is the time of the year where it gets fun for college women's basketball to me. You have the tournament, and then you have the portal. The portal keeps all this stuff interesting for a good month after the season ends, because realistically, from October, November, December, January, it's kind of boring. Not all that interesting. There's a few matchups here and there that might open your eyes, but for the most part, nobody cares. But you get to February, you get into the conference tournaments, then you hit March Madness, and then it gets a little bit fun, even though they could have bracketed things up better, in my opinion. We're at that point where there's some excitement in the air. So let's jump on in. They have Olivia Edwards, who's a 5-star at a Lincoln High School in Washington, a 6'3" forward. You got to wonder, no, if this coach is going to make it. Kim Caldwell, will she have a job in a week? I don't know. Like, will she have a job in a week? The Kara Lawson's season just ended yesterday. They lost to UCLA, the Elite Eight. She is a Tennessee graduate. She is someone who has clearly done a solid job coaching at Duke. And you got to wonder at this point, could she make that move? I mean, she could say that she won't publicly, but until I give it a couple of weeks, maybe she does make that move. I mean, it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I don't know how this coach can survive. Tennessee used to have pride in its program, and there isn't a whole lot of pride right now going on in volunteer land. 16-14, losing your last 8. How they made the tournament, I have no idea. If you look at their recruiting class for next season for freshmen, they got number 62, Gabrielle Minnis. She's a 6-foot wing out of Georgia. She's a 4-star. And then that's it. So they got 2 players in the top 100, number 2 overall, and number 60, whatever, 61, I said, 62. But they're losing 4. They're losing a 5-star to get a 5-star. You got to wonder. I mean, it says verbal. I don't know if these people have signed or not yet. I presume they signed, but with the way college basketball works now, who the hell knows? Who really knows? So they got problems up there in Tennessee. Got real big problems in Tennessee. At the same time, we got stuff popping up at LSU already. You know, we've had our opinions and given our commentary on LSU, on Kim Mulkey, and she has already lost someone in the portal, and that is in the likes of LSU freshman guard Divine Barrage. She is a former 5-star recruit from last season. She is a player out of Iowa, which makes you wonder, could the Iowa Hawkeyes get this former 5-star player who was ranked number 24 last year in the top 100, 5'10" guard at a Davenport North High School in Iowa, who made the decision to go to LSU. I said a lot last year when it came to LSU's recruiting class. I said this is a very, very redundant recruiting class. Kim Mulkey's recruiting nothing but guards. She has no size, and she has apparently planned. She's already announced that she's planned to enter the portal, according to her agent. And on 3, she barely played this year at LSU, which obviously was probably a shock to her, because I don't know that any 5-star player thinks that they're going to be a bench warmer their freshman season. She did play with Iowa freshman Journey Houston at Davenport North. Barrage could be a player that ends up at Iowa. I mean, that would obviously be an important pickup for them if they were able to grab this player who's from their home state, who initially decided to leave Iowa and go to LSU. She was a 20-point per game scorer as a senior in high school. She was the Gatorade Player of the Year for her home state of Iowa during her junior season. She was a 20-point per game scorer as a junior. And she was the first Gatorade Player of the Year award winner at Davenport High School, North High School. One of 30 players invited to Stewie's 30 Elite Camp. And ratings here say she was rated 12th by ESPN, 7th by On3, 9th by Prospects Nation, 7th by 24/7 Sports, 11th by Collegiate Girls Basketball Report. Funny, she says she chose LSU because I feel like I can grow my game there and it feels like home. Well, clearly it didn't feel too homely for Divine Burrage. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name. And she is in the portal. You got to wonder if there'll be some other players in the portal for LSU. But that's something to notice, because last year LSU took Grace Knox. She's a wing. She's more of a big the way she plays. And she was ranked 7th in last year's class. I got to tell you, I watched Grace Knox play. She's a hustler, but she's not some skilled player. She's not some skilled player. She's a hustler. She hustles hard. I'm going to be real. I look at this top 100. Jazzy Davidson's a ball player. No question about it. Sienna Betts, I don't think she's that good. She could barely get off the bench this year at UCLA. And when she's out there, she looks slow and overweight, realistically. Lauren Betts moves way better than her younger sister. Her younger sister looks overweight and needs to drop 30 pounds. I'm not here to weight watch, but she can barely move up the floor. I don't even know how she's ranked number 2 in the country last year. Aaliyah Chavez, a baller. Then you got number 4. Like, this is the thing about this top 100 deal is I'm just looking at these players, but like, so let me go back to LSU. You got Zakiya Johnson at number 10. She's a guard, 6-foot guard. You know, you got Borage, a guard. You got Isabella Hines, a guard. That's 4 of the top 32 players. They're pretty much all guards. And yeah, that's it. So it's all guards. So you were bound to have some level of attrition from some player that wasn't happy with her role on the team. You're a 5-star player, man. You don't expect to sit the bench. You don't expect that, especially in women's basketball. I'll be real. It wouldn't necessarily shock me to see if some other players left LSU's program after this season. Would not shock me in the least. In fact, I think Malaysia Fulwiley should highly consider getting the fuck out of there. But too, she was used exactly the same way Don Staley used her. I mean, did Malaysia Fulwiley's game grow at LSU? I mean, she averaged more points, but did her game grow? I didn't see a lot of growth. I saw just a few more, like 3 minutes more per game, and she averaged 3 points more per game. But was that a growth thing, or what was that? Because her role was pretty much the same as it was at South Carolina. And very interesting. But yeah, this is what's popping off in the transfer portal. A lot of stuff is going to be happening, I'm sure, as we continue. But Tennessee has been gutted, and LSU has already gotten hit. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the hype button, hit the like button. We appreciate you. And this is Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.